Alright, hello everyone, this is Saki Nakata Final into Anime 2023 here. And all of you already know the four options to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, so you're notified for more content on the channel. Etc. My computer just turned on, I don't know why, but it's kind of weird. It was turned off, it was powered off, maybe it resets after then, I don't know. That's what that noise was just now. If you guys didn't see season 1 of Mindset of Rage, as this being season 2, the final season, go check it out if you guys have not seen it. It's actually quite a blast for character setup and development of story, as my other ones are as well. Even the ones we don't talk about anymore, which is understandable for many reasons, and we know why. Anyways, I'm so sorry this took so long to actually, get out, because I was dealing with a bunch of, just stuff in general. Nobody needs to know. That being said and all, at the end of this, I will explain the lore of the story, including, Season 1, if you guys really want that. If you guys don't want that, then after the story itself is done, you can just probably skip to the outro and that'll be that. But just to get this out of the way, as this is very important, I'm gonna give all of you a warning that this is rated PG-13 just like the first season, for disturbing moments, story development, language, a little bit of it, blood, gore, and disturbing scenes that is not for the faint of the audience. If that makes sense, the faint, just not for audience in general if you guys get disturbed easily. Viewer discretion by far is advised. And as this being a very short season, because it originally was going to be a very long season, I'm going to go ahead and just get it started now. I'm going to pass on the torch to the story itself. And that being said, please enjoy. Season 2 Final Mindset of Rage, Yuki's Reset, Episode 5, Fate of Life. Huh? I'll tear into you, you know. You'll do no such thing. Huh? I can rewind time, and I'm not gonna do that. As of the next day, I was stuck with Yuki in my body and soul. It's a nightmare. This was my fate. My fate is my life. Great. A day at school with a voice in my head. Great. If I keep going, I'll lose my own sanity. My fate has been sealed. Episode 5 done. Episode 6 Pain. Later that day. Wow, a girl's number. Finally. Ugh, you're pathetic, you know that? If you go to her house, I'll reveal who your dad is. Huh? Later at night. I'd like to know who my dad is, Yuki. This is gonna sound a bit painful, but I'm actually your dad. And my dead sister is your mom. No! I'm going to that party. Episode 6 done. Episode 7, Lizzie's Party House. Wow, this is a big house. Ah, is that you, Dennis? Yep, and you're Liz, right? Yep. Ugh, cheater, she was mine. So, it's just you here? Yep, wait, where are you going? Huh, well, I'm going outside to take a bath in a mud pit. She's a bit kinky by a lot. Psh! Oh, you're not keeping her. Fighter, huh? Alright. A few minutes later, here it is. Gah! He's fast. Gah! Gah! Ah! I can't beat him! Not me! Episode 7 done. Final episode, episode 8, Yuki's Reset. Am I in my mind? Something like that. Son, do you give up? Huh? I ask again, do you give up? Yes, I give the hell up! Well then, take this. Huh? A gun? Huh, fine. I'll end it myself and have my body. Fine, do it. Erased? Well, it's only a matter of time before my plans come to fruition. Meanwhile, in the real world. Now, I will reclaim Liz, that kinky no good girl. Hey, Billy. You want to know a secret? Huh? What the actual hell? I'm gonna say it. Who and what the hell are you? I am Yuki Amy Alice, a demon of death, so to say. Ah! Wow, a weapon for an arm. Cool. This will replace my real left arm. Time to see my queen of a mom. Ah, my son and daughter, I'm so glad. Mom, it's nice to see you. I'm so glad about this. I need to tell you, Mom, okay? I'm not just your son and daughter and grandson. I'm a demon. As I took my blade of an arm in my own mom, I stabbed her. I made her finally rest at peace. Who have I really become? I'll rule this damn world as a king, queen, demon. I am Yuki Amy Alice, a demon of death and hell itself. I am a demon queen. Anime manga story Mindset of Rage season 1 and season 2 done. Rated PG-13. Entire anime manga story done. As I said, right, I will be doing the lore now, and hopefully this makes sense to all of you. As of me with my writing skills and drawing skills as best as they can come for me, we all have our different art ways that we do stuff. But for the next story, I'll try to go ahead and actually amp up the artwork. Hopefully it works out. But anyways, getting into the lore now of season 1, we have Yuki and, well, Allison herself and himself. They are actually related, and they had a mixed up, well, relationship as a family because of one thing. Yuki was stuck going to that school in general, and as the story skips a few things itself, it really helps to say this because when Yuki was stuck at that school, Allison thought it was, well, just because he wanted to stay there, but he really had no choice to get his degree. And then when he was given the note by the principal, found out that his mom actually had cancer, Allison gets mad at him when he returns And I think she asks if he's actually going to stay, and then he says yes or something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched it. But Allison was by her mom's side the whole time, and then Yuki vows that he would watch over his sister. Moving on a few minutes later, she kills him and she kills herself and becomes Alyssa. And Alyssa was just a personality that really messed up their entire life. Now, when we move over to Tommy, the reason that he died was because he was really mean to his brother, and Allison could kind of see into this with the power of, virtual sight, if that makes sense. Basically seeing into his mindset and everything. And when you hear the voice that says, "Please let me out," that was his brother, and his brother was stuck there for like about 5 months or so. And so, Alyssa, or known as Yuki and Allison, the main characters, they make a cognition of his brother, which turned out to be a monster in his own cognition mind. But it really wasn't his brother, because it was actually Alyssa, or known as Yuki and Allison, the whole time, which is who kills him, and that's how he turns into the pile of blood. Now, when we move on a few minutes later, we have the brother, who I can't remember the name of. I really can't, and I'm really sorry, but the brother of Tommy, who was always wondering why his brother died, he found out a few years later when he was working with the CIA, and they gave him information about this. And that leads to him killing, or being killed, I should say. And then Allison, Yuki, Alyssa kills herself, so her soul and his soul, basically his soul, could go into their son's soul. Now, as you saw in this season, yes, it's true, they did it together. And yes, that's a bit messed up, but it's for story purposes only. That's it. And because the son never knew who his actual parents were, that's why Yuki says it when he sees, when Dennis sees Yuki all the time, because he can see him and only him, because he is him. And in the final chapter, after Dennis's arm gets cut off, he dies and bleeds out because Billy cut it off and then ripped the rest of it off. As you can see, he kind of threw the arm away, but that's why he says that he couldn't beat him. He was bleeding out to death. And then he goes inside his own mind, and he sees a prison or trap or whatever. In the background was most likely originally a prison or just a trap in general. And he goes into his mind, and then him and his dad talk. And once Dennis says that he's giving up, Yuki allows him to have a pistol to end it so Yuki can have his body back. And by the time that happens, he couldn't do it, and so Yuki just basically does it for him. He ends his son's life, erasing his soul for good, and then becoming, what was the female demon that we had of hell itself, basically. And that said, after she kills Billy, he goes out to meet his mom again, which was a soul that was put into Lizzie, a character that actually blew my mind when I had this all in my head and writing it down and drawing out the story. So with the bladed arm that she has, she kills his or hers mother for the last time and puts her soul at rest. In those final pages, after what he or she says of what has he or she become. In the background, you see an orange color. That's a house that she's inside in the hellish dimension, and that's fire in the background. And then, well, she basically rules over the world now. And the reason that when he and she came back, and the reason her, let's see, what color was it? Ah, yes, blue and pink. Okay, got you. The reason her hair turned red was because that was originally Dennis's actual hair color. And when Dennis's hair turns black, that's informing you guys that Yuki would be coming back. And he never knew his hair changed to black. So when she came back, and yes, I quote, she actually was not wearing any clothes, but I didn't show anything other than just the belly button and the chest, and that was it. But the reason that she was all blue was because she was actually a demon. Her eyes were blue, the white part of it, whatever that part of the eyes are called, and then the pupils were a pinkish color. And that informs you that she's no longer normal, as she did grow a blade on her left arm. I know it looks like the right arm, but when you put into perspective of, well, if you faced that way, it would be your left arm. Yeah, it's true. That character's arm was the left arm. Yes. So then, after like a few weeks or so pass, and I hope this is making as much sense as possible, we have her, well, basically her skin turning a darker blue and then rolling over the world with a crooked smile on his face. And, well, we could basically say that Yuki is a girl now, so her. And yes, it's weird that it turns out that way, but in general, Yuki, if you think about it, was an actual tragic anime character. Well, the most Yukis I knew were anyway. We had Amino from Future Diary, and then we had Yuki Makoto from Persona 3. And they're both tragic characters in the anime world, so I figured, well, with a little bit of inspiration, let's make this character as tragic as possible. And I hope all this made sense, as that is the complete lore of the story. If you guys enjoyed the second final season, let me know in the comments below if you want. I mean, the 4 options are up to you after all, but I do recommend subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you're notified for more content on the channel. And with that said and done, all of you viewers have a great rest of your day. This has been Saki Nakato's Stuff of Funnyland to You Anime 2023 here. And I'll see all of you in the next one. Peace out, viewers. Have a great day, evening, and afternoon, and rest of your morning. And after of all that being said, sayonara. I'll see all you in the next one.